Good afternoon, students. So today I'm going to talk about how ChatGPT can help you modify the tone of your email or modify the tone of your business letters. So for example, I teach in my class that if you're going to write to your friends and family, you would use a more casual tone of English. But if you're going to write to your boss, you're going to use a more formal tone of English. How do you know which tone to use to which people? So when we write, we always have to take into account audience. So if our audience is someone that we know really well, obviously we can use language like we can use slang, we can use nicknames, we can be very familiar. But if it's somebody we don't know very well, business partner, a colleague, then we would write in a much more formal tone of English and use proper grammar, no slang, no contractions, and we speak in a much more, formal and proper tone. It all depends on your situation. If you're at church, for example, you're with people that you're familiar with, so you can use a more casual tone of English. And then if you're at work, you use a more formal tone of English. Now, in my classes, the most formal tone of English, believe it or not, it's not the English you use at your workplace. It's not even the English you use if you're going to do an oral presentation in front of your company. Actually, the most formal tone of English is when you write a research paper. Because when you write a research paper or an academic research paper, your audience is usually other experts or peers or your teacher. And so therefore, when you write a research paper, you would use third-person case. In other words, you don't use first-person case, I, my, we, our, us, and we don't use second-person case, you or your. We only use third-person case, he, she, they. And this is very difficult for students because students are so used to speaking in first and second person. Even when you're talking with your business partners, yes, you can use first and second person case because you want to make yourself relatable to sell your product. You want to make yourself relatable to the audience. So let's say you're giving an oral presentation, just like I'm giving you an oral presentation. Of course I would say you. So when you're in business, you can use first and second person case. But if you're writing a research paper, why do we only use third person case? Because we don't want to sound like we're sermonizing. You don't want to say to the reader, you've got to do as I say. You have to be of my opinion. You. So that's why we use third person case in research. In a research paper, you want to be objective. And the main purpose of a research paper is simply to report the facts based on your research. So when you skip out on first and second person case, then you appear and make your paper appear more credible and objective. And so, if you're going to be using so many different tones and you don't know which tone to use for the different people that you're mailing to, or emailing to, or writing to, that's where ChatGPT comes in. And so without further ado, I'm going to go over how you can vary your tone and use different tones in ChatGPT. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Professor H Writing Channel. Today we're tackling email communication, specifically how to achieve the perfect tone in our student emails. You know the feeling. Is this too casual for Professor Oak, or is this too formal for my club president? Fear not, fellow students. Today we'll explore how AI models like ChatGPT or Gemini can be your secret weapon for crafting emails with just the right touch using this handy tone modifier chart. Oh, and by the way, Grammarly also can help you with maintaining a professional tone. The tone you use in an email can make all the difference. A friendly email to a club president might come off as disrespectful to a professor. Here's where the tone modifier chart comes in. The chart shows different combination of tones, their impact, and how you might use them in real-world scenarios. For instance, the chart suggests that friendly and professional is good for sales emails and customer service. But choosing the right tone can be tricky. That's where AI models come in. Imagine you're emailing your professor about an assignment extension. You're unsure if a casual or formal approach is better. you could prompt ChatGPT or Gemini with something like, help me write a professional email to my professor requesting an extension on my assignment. The AI might generate a draft that's polite, respectful, and acknowledges the professor's authority, exactly what you need for a professional email. Beyond templates, now AI can do more than provide templates. Let's say the AI generates a draft that you find a bit too formal. You can tell AI to rewrite it in a more friendly tone. Here you could instruct the AI, revise this email to sound a bit more friendly and approachable while still maintaining professionalism. The AI can adapt the draft to a more friendly tone while keeping it respectful, ensuring your professor gets a clear and professional message. And this is an example of the ChatGPT tone modifier. And so you can use any of these combination of tones for your ChatGPT. For example, you could say, write this email in a friendly, professional tone. Write this email in an authoritative, informative tone. Write this email in an urgent, persuasive tone. Write this email in a casual and conversational tone. Write this email in a professional and trustworthy tone. There's so many of them. And then the very beginning is the most friendly one. Write this email in a friendly and professional tone, right down to the most formal. Write this email in an authoritative and expert tone. So that's what you would write to your professor, and then this is what you would write to your best friend, friendly and professional, or to a business associate. And so I have this tone modifier that I found from Red Website Design blog. So tone throughout the email. The tone modifier chart goes beyond greetings. It covers the entire email. Let's say you're writing a persuasive email to the school administration about a new student lounge. You want to sound strong, but ensure a respectful tone throughout. You could prompt the AI, help me write a persuasive opening paragraph for an email to the school principal requesting a new student lounge. Use a confident and informative tone. The AI might generate something that grabs the principal's attention while remaining respectful of their position. Remember, AI is a tool to assist you, not replace your own voice. Don't be afraid to experiment with different tones and see what feels most natural for you. So AI language models can be a powerful tool to navigate the tricky world of email tone. Use the tone modifier chart as a guide and leverage AI to craft clear, professional, and impactful emails regardless of the recipient. If you like this video, leave a thumbs up and subscribe for more productivity hacks. And in the comments, so here is the chart that I got called the Tone Professional. So you can use any of these combinations. So let's try a couple. Friendly and professional, and we'll do authoritative and expert. So now I'm going to go to I'm going to stop my share. And now I'm going to go to ChatGPT. So here you would go to, and we'll try out the different tones. So here you go to ChatGPT, and so you would say, in a friendly and persuasive tone, tell my friend, tell my teacher, I need an extension on my assignment. Write an email to my teacher. All right, so in a friendly and persuasive tone, write an email to my teacher that I need an extension for my assignment because I've been out sick. Because I've been out sick. So here goes. Oh, I went to Gemini instead. Okay, so this is actually not ChatGPT. I went to Gemini. Gemini is Google's version of ChatGPT. So it's the same thing. So here you would have, dear professor or dear teacher, I hope this email finds you well. I'm writing to request an extension for the upcoming assignment. Unfortunately, I've been unwell and haven't been able to focus on my schoolwork as much as I'd like. I'm feeling much better now, and I am confident I can complete the assignment to the best of my ability, but I would greatly appreciate a short extension to ensure I could submit a high-quality piece. And the interesting thing about Gemini is it gives you different drafts. So you could choose from draft 2 or draft 3, which is something you don't get from ChatGPT. So here you could then you could say, write. So this was friendly and persuasive. Now let's try write an email in a formal and authoritative tone. Write an email to my professor that I need an extension on my assignment because I've been sick. So here you'll see a much more formal tone. Usually using more formal English. I am, dear professor, I am writing to formally request an extension for the upcoming assignment. Due to an unforeseen illness, I have been unable to dedicate the necessary time and focus to complete the assignment to the standard I hold myself to and to the standard I believe you expect. I have recovered sufficiently to resume my studies and am confident my ability to complete the assignment to a high level. However, I respectfully request an extension. This additional time will allow me to fully recover and produce a submission that reflects the quality of my work. So here you have a more formal tone, and here you have a less formal tone. Would it be possible to receive an extension until next week? This would allow me the extra time I need to catch up and produce an assignment I'm proud of, as opposed to I have recovered sufficiently to resume my duties and am confident in my ability to complete the assignment to a high level. And so here you have an example of the same email but in different tones. So I guess it depends on how well you know your professor, how approachable you think your professor is. So that's why you can choose from many different tones. And that's why you can choose from many different tones. And with Gemini, which I went to by accident, you could choose from many different drafts. So every time you use Gemini, which is used to be called Google Bard, it's Google's version of ChatGPT. And so it gives you whatever it is that you ask it, it gives you different drafts, and you could choose from draft 1, 2, or 3. So with ChatGPT or Gemini, you can vary the tone of your email depending on your audience. So if you want, or if you have more questions, don't forget to buy my book, Writing in the Age of AI, ChatGPT Unleashed by ChatGPT, on Amazon. So if you have any questions, feel free to email me at any time.